Oh.
I'm gonna take this down individual to pillbox, Sicario. Just if it's orange,
there's a downed individual.
Yeah, he fell from the sky. I don't know.
What color is he wearing?
It's the owner of LS Motors.
Wow.
I'm just gonna say, Sicario, go ahead and just pull out of there. That's probably gonna be code 4.
303 to Goose.
Three pillbox, one down individual.
Go for 320, Kelly.
Are you Ocean King? Did that guy shoot you?
He stabbed me, but my vest took it.
He stabbed you. Confirm. Aggravated assault or battery. Go with aggravated assault. Oh Lord. Mr. Biederman might be in over his head. Hello there, sir.
Hello there, Miss Price. How is it? If you don't mind me asking, because I know you're probably working on the report, especially looking at those charges, I assume that it will be rather lengthy. But could you just briefly describe what exactly happened?
Oh, well, I'll tell you exactly what happened.
From your perspective, of course.
Well, from my perspective, we got a 911 call from Catfish View and the Sanchansky Mountain Range saying help. They've been stabbed and shot. And we had a follow-up 911 call that said, officers, you might want to come check this out. I took care of the bodies for you, so you don't need to process them. We responded to the location. We had officers on scene. They found a body. I responded with a helicopter and had the heat signature thermals on. And there was an individual on scene hiding, laying down in a nearby bush. I directed officers to that location. The individual, your client, Mr. Castle, came running out of the bush. He was covered in blood. He attempted to stab my officer with a knife and was taken down on scene. There were two victims that are currently deceased, currently in the morgue, both of them with severed heads. One, the female, with two severed legs. The male's head was found smashed into a side mirror of a vehicle that was rented to your client.
What the fuck?
There was also a foot on scene and some other body part on scene. I don't recall specifically. I'm going through all of the evidence at this point in time.
How many officers were on scene? Do you know?
It was initially myself. Jack Sunderland showed up shortly after, and Jack Goose is the one that he attempted to stab.
204 head popped. I'm with this cruiser.
Do you know what charges? he's
That's
looking
really
at currently?
unfortunate. Is there anybody that can collect shell casings and DNA by that dock? What's going on, sir?
I asked, do
I
you know what all
can. I
charges
just
he
need to
would be
know
looking at
which
this
dock.
moment? Are you still figuring that out?
Hold on one second.
Also, is everything okay?
1053. I also want a picture from the beach.
1052, 388.
I believe it's 1053. I want a picture from the beach on the north side of the dock, looking towards the dock as well.
76. The 1052 dock will be the primary scene, and then 53 is a secondary.
Hey, firm, thank you. If you check Twitter, there's a photograph from a Twitter account. If you could try and replicate that photo
You guys
from
stay
there.
safe.
That's beautiful. What was your question, sir?
I asked, I asked if everything was okay. I heard gunshots going off upstairs.
Oh, I have no idea. People shooting right outside, I guess. Stealing cars. Who knows?
And then my other question was, do you know what the charges for him will be at this time, or are you still figuring
It's
out
going
those
to
charges?
be murder times 2. I'm going to say first degree. At this point in time, that is subject to change. However, I feel like dismembering the bodies, etc., kind of points to a lot of premeditation. That could just be me. I don't think you like kill somebody in the heat of the moment and then dismember them and place a 911 call. But that's not up to me to decide. Also aggravated assault for attempting to stab my officer.
Are those the only charges?
At this point in time, yes, the vehicle was registered to him, or he had the rental papers for the vehicle on scene. He had a license. So, we'll need to await an autopsy report to determine whether or not those individuals were dismembered prior to, having their head cut off. That could be considered torturous.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Do you know is a ETA on that autopsy report?
We need a medical examiner to conduct an autopsy. I would love to ask him some questions, though.
So we can certainly do that. If you have some questions for me.
Yeah, of course I do.
Oh, that's right, sir. Miss Price is going to ask you some questions. Feel
Let
free
me
to,
uncuff you, sir.
anytime,
Lock this
choose to
door.
not answer them as you're not required to, okay? And if there's anything that makes you uncomfortable, you can always ask to speak with me, and she can
Oh my
leave the room
fucking
and
god,
we
this
can
door
discuss
right now.
it. If there's anything that makes you particularly uncomfortable.
Okay.
Also, whenever she asks a question, I do ask, with this particular instance, that you give me a moment to intervene should I think that it would be in not your favor to answer that question.
Okay.
Nope. Okay, just so you know, again, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney, have that attorney present during any and all questioning. And if you cannot afford a lawyer, sir, one be appointed to you free of charge by the state if it is available. You also have the right to stop questioning at any point in time. I am going to place a recorder here on this table. there. It's gonna be recording, sir. Mr. Castle,
Yes.
are you feeling okay right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay.
I'm feeling okay. I gotta be honest with you, Mr. Castle. What were you doing up
The evidence
that
is going to
dock?
be on the docks over here at 1052.
I was fishing.
You were fishing.
And it was just meant,
Okay.
it was just meant to be fishing. It was just meant to be fishing.
It's interesting. I didn't.
I,
Hey, can you check the cars, the vehicles on scene, do a little search of those?
was
If I'm the Ingot here and the other one,
There
fishing.
should be 2 red trucks on scene.
yeah, Bodie.
Bodie and another one closer to the dock.
I was just fishing.
Okay. Mr. Castle, you were out there fishing. Is that your Twitter account? Grandpa J.
Yes, that's mine.
That's your Twitter account. I saw that you tweeted out you were going out
303,
fishing.
do you know where all the evidence would have
Yes.
been down here by the docks? I'm not seeing anything.
Just where the land meets the water, right next to the dock. And there was shell casings and DNA. Okay, Mr. Castle. So you went down there fishing? What happened while you were fishing? You catch any fish?
I caught one. I put it in my black bag.
You put it in your
Um,
bag? Which bag?
It's in my cell. Well, I don't think it's in the cell. I think one of the officers may have the bag. It's just a black duffel bag.
What kind of
Should have-
bag? Where?
I think one of the officers took it when they took off my clothes.
One of the officers took your bag when they took off your clothes.
I think, I don't know.
You don't know where your fish bag went.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. We didn't see any fishing equipment
Oh,
down there on that scene.
I was in the water catching them. I was catching them by hand.
You were catching fish by hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Catching fish by hand and just putting them in a bag.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Castle, you were covered in a lot of blood. You wanna
As
tell me
would
about that?
advise that you don't answer that question, Mr. Castle.
I mean, it's up to Mr. Castle to decide.
Well,
if
that
he
is why I
wants to
said
answer that
advise.
question. Mr. Castle,
That
would you
is
like to
correct.
answer that question?
There was blood.
Yeah, there was blood, lots of blood. How'd it get all over you, sir?
You have the right to remain silent, Mr. Castle.
I will not be answering this question.
Will not be answering that question. Okay. Did you happen to notice the 2 dead bodies down there while you were fishing? That this will remain silent. You don't know if you saw 2 dead bodies. Gotta be honest with you, Mr. Castle. I really wish I had a screen in here. The bodies were down there. Maybe you missed them. Maybe you didn't see them. They were very grotesque scenes, sir. Very grotesque. Dismembered, actually. You didn't notice any of that?
I mean,
As
I don't think I remember noticing that. Last thing I remember, I was just hiding in the bush.
I'm not going to see any of the casings or blood, and only one of the trucks is still here.
He was just hiding in a bush. Why were you hiding in a bush, sir?
That truck's going to be empty.
I will not be answering that question.
I'm not gonna be answering that question. You often go fishing and then hide in bushes, sir? Right next to like a bunch of dead people.
Yeah, I do go fishing often, yes.
You go fishing often. Very often.
Yeah, I would say it's
Recovered a
weekly
knife
thing.
from your person, sir. Covered in blood. Wonder whose DNA is gonna be all over that blood. Sounds an officer you attempted to stab. Or I guess you did stab.
I didn't know what was happening. I was confused. I didn't know where I was.
I thought
Mr.
you were
Castle.
fishing, sir. You just tweeted out. Tweeted out right before that. Going fishing.
Mr. Castle, I would advise at this time that you request questioning to come to an end. I think Miss Price has got what she needs here.
Oh, I hope I can
Yes,
catch some fish today. I'm looking forward to having some for dinner. That's you, right?
I would like this to end.
33
sir.
minutes ago.
As he stated, Miss Price, he would like for the questioning to be over.
Oh, want it to be over? Well, I'm very happy to let it be over. We'll just send you off to Bolingbrook State Penitentiary.
Okay.
As Miss Price, could I speak with you for a moment outside?
Yeah. Don't go anywhere, Mr. Ketzel.
Do you know any? Has he been checked by any EMS or paramedics or doctors or
He
anything like
got
that? since
checked
being taken
in
into custody?
locally for his gunshot wounds when officers opened fire on him because they ran at him, or he ran at them with a knife and stabbed an officer on scene.
Oh, sorry. So his medical wounds were treated.
That is correct.
Oh, sorry. So no one has given him a psych evaluation or anything of that sort. Is that correct, ma'am?
What's your question?
I asked if anyone has given him a psych evaluation or anything of that sort.
No. We don't
Okay,
have
understood.
anybody able to give a psych evaluation in this exact moment, but I will be sure to notify emergency medical services to see if they have anybody certified to psychologically evaluate him. I think that you and I would both agree, regardless of his psychological evaluation, he does not belong within the general public.
As I will have to say no comment at the moment.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send him to Bolingbrook State Penitentiary.
As yeah, because he will be hurt, correct?
That is correct. He cannot go out on bail for a murder charge.
Yes, of course. Oh, sorry. I will get sorry. I will get in contact with a judge. Obviously, 24 hours, I think, for the report and such.
Oh, perfect. I love reports. It's literally my favorite.
Right. Yeah, so go ahead and get him so